So on this video I'm going to show you how to add other transaction items. Okay, so once again you go to transaction and then you say add transaction, then let's just say you want to put an income, then you ask what type of income was it. All right, what type of income is it? All right, maybe it's donations and sponsorship. Click here and say donations and sponsorship. All right, then you select the date. It's 13th of March, and then you can now type who was the donor or where did it came from. Say it came from Octovet Audix. And then you select how did you receive it. Was it EFT or was it cash? If it was cash, you click cash here. All right, and then you also click enter the recipient of the cash. If it was EFT, no need for the name, it is the bank. Then we have received 1,000 rands, and then here you type EFT. Okay, EFT or whatever that you want to write there, and then you can now click save. So it has been saved. All right, so here if you want to check it, you can come and check it according to the dates that it is. All right, and the other thing, if you see that okay you have made an error, you are also welcome to come here, view here, and you can just delete it. You can still delete it and still delete it. This is what you do when you are ensuring that you are putting an income. So another thing as well, let's just say you want to add another income. So you come here and say add income, and then you click here, you choose every category, any type of category income that you have received. Let's just say it is for trip funds. All right, so look at on the trip funds. If you receive the trip funds, it will ask you when did you receive the trip funds, and then it will also ask you what the description. So you type trip funds here, and then type how did you receive it. Was it cash? If it was cash, you click cash here. If it was EFT, click EFT, and then you click 300 rand. The name of the learner, you put the name of the learner, which is Andrew J, and then here you put the grade. Now maybe it's in grade 5. All right, and then it was click here trip. Now the question is, and then you can click save. Now the question is, what if this question does come from a bank statement and you don't have the grade? You can just come here and put unknown, or you can just put unknown or any grade, because we're gonna add a tab for unknown. If the grade is unknown, you can just put unknown. So that's what you do here, and then you click save. Now look what happens here. It then took me straight to our trip funds report. All right, so that name took us to our trip funds report. There is number 10 there, Andrew 300. So this is your trip funds report. So you can come here and then click here. This is my trip funds report. I can click here and print it, and then I can open it, and then this is my trip funds report. All right, so this is my trip funds report. So whenever they want to see the trip funds report, this is the trip funds report. It shows all the learners that I've paid, and the total how much came through the trip funds. All right, now the other thing I want to show you again is on the income. Come here, transactions, and then you can come here and income. Same applies to school development funds. All right, so here you have received your school development funds. The same thing, it will ask you the dates, and ask you payment type. What was the transaction for? School development funds, or we call it parents parents contribution, right? And then you come here, you put the amount that you've received, the name of the learner, John, which grade is he, 10, and then what was it for? It was STF. Okay, then you can click save here. So where did it take me to? It took me to TRIP, school development funds report. So you now have a school development funds report, and you can come here and click print, and then use your school development funds report. All right, so the school development funds report shows you all the monies that you are receiving from the learners that you have receipted, and also those ones that you are being deposited. It brings everything together, and you have a solid report. All right, so that's it with income. Let me just check if there is another thing. So all those incomes that we have recorded, if you want to see them in detail, you can come here with written reports and come here cash receipts journal. So I click cash receipts journal here. I'm going to select which month, March, okay, and then I click retrieve. All right, so I retrieve, but this is 2024. I want 2025. I click here and then I retrieve again. So now here is 2020, 2025. So I want to see if whatever that I've added already is there. So there you go. Everything that I've added is actually there. So this is the cash pay receipts journal. All right, so this is the cash. So you need to understand that all these amounts, the cash receipts journal, it actually feeds the income in the income and expenditure report. But the difference between the cash receipts journal and the income report is that in the cash receipts journal I can see the name, the date of the transaction, but in the income report, which is in the income and expenditure, I can only see the category and the amount. So the categories are added together. All right, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So this is the CRJ for March. Okay, so if you want it, you can now come here and generate it. Okay, once it's generated, you can open. This is my CPJ for the month of March. It's my CPJ for the month of March. It's my CRJ for the month of March. All right, so if I want to see, okay, is my CRJ correlating with my monthly report, which is my income and expenditure, I come here to reports, click here monthly reports, and then this is 2025 March. Then I click retrieve. You have to click retrieve, because if you don't click retrieve, it's unable to generate the information that you want. Click retrieve, and then you have to check here. You come here on your income. Look at this now on the CRJ rather, it was showing us all the details, but now it's not showing us. It's just giving us the sum total of the school development funds, trip funds, and rental income, the same way it will do on the expenditure. Okay, but I'll explain again on the expenditure. Now this is what you do when you want to report. You just click generate report. When you generated the report, then you can open. There is your report. This is the report for March. This is the income and expenditure monthly report for March. Okay, so both of them, the CRJ, the CPJ, and the income and expenditure report, they go together because they are explaining transactions, the activities of transactions. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm gonna cut this video and I'll explain again on transaction on the next video. Thank you so much, and God bless you.